Hello. So today I am literally on the edge of an old castle here in Sachsen. But there's a far drop down. There's a little river there, broken bridge. I have my dogs with me. We are relaxing here on the edge. So I thought I'd make this short video and talk about the return of nationalism we are seeing all over, and that what we see mostly is Christian nationalism returning. But what we must look at is nationalism always leads to paganism, even Christian nationalism. If you think about the Third Reich, it began as more of a Christian nationalist movement. But whenever a folk awakens to their identity, they will soon realize the truth that Christianity is not European origin. It was a type of Judaism. All the original Christians were Jews in what is today Israel. So it is nothing to do with Europeans. So when Europeans, even if they are so-called Christian nationalists at the beginning, eventually, if they truly want to identify with their blood and what they are, the vibration of the blood and the racial soul always awakens. And then we always return to our paganism over time. And that will happen again. It happened in the Third Reich when nationalism rose, and it will happen again now as nationalism is rising. It will always begin as Christian nationalism, but in years to come, people will learn more and more about the history of Christianity, and then they will want to learn more about the history of their heathen ancestors, and then they will always return to heathenism, just as we saw during the Third Reich, because it is only nature. Your blood and your soul are always heathen. You can never truly become Christian. We just identify as Christian because of Stockholm Syndrome. We were conquered by the Christians, and then we had the Stockholm Syndrome, as they call it, where you identify as your captors because you were forced into something for a long period of time. So now most Europeans hear the word Christian and they think that it means white or European. But in reality, as soon as they start to look at the origins of it, it means Juden, Jew, Israelite, who chose to believe in Christ as the Messiah or whatever. So these were not Europeans in the Middle East who were believing in Jesus. These were Hebrew Jews in the Middle East believing in Jesus. That is what Christians are. They are not Europeans. So I just thought I would say, even though we see the rise of Christianity all over, it won't last. Our nationalism will overpower the Christian nationalism. And whenever a people are awakened, they always look towards the blood. Just as we saw in the evolution in the Third Reich, it went from a Christian movement to becoming the movement that was phasing Christianity out of existence in Europe and returning everything slowly, phasing in the blood and soil movement. So I just thought I would say Christian nationalism is only a phase, and whether we like it or not, it is still a step towards our pagan return. That is the truth, because the soul will always want to return to its origins. Tschüss.